Nah, but seriously though,
his voice on
some G shit though, we gotta start teaching our kids though, just financial wealth and literacy and all that shit early, because by the time they get to 9th grade, they should be just learning how to start businesses and how to. But they don't really need to know how to read.
Wait, stop.
I ain't gonna say that. I say that respectfully. I'm not saying that in a way to be literate, because you're not supposed to be illiterate, but you can.
What's more important, reading or math?
Math.
Told you.
Math. I think you could listen to a book on YouTube. You can still obtain the information. You don't have to know how to read. That's not reading and understanding. I believe common sense is better than everything. I'm a common sense nigga. I'd rather have 0 book smarts and common sense, be able to read the room, be able to read life, be able to read people. I try to understand people, you know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays you can listen to a book. I just listen to the 48 Laws of Power, not to.
You gotta read your contract, Els.
You don't have to
understand. You can listen to that too. They got apps you can put it in and it'll read it to you. Are you crazy? It probably will. AI will now. That's what I'm saying. That's how freaky it is.
You don't have to read. Shit can be told to you.
So I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like you don't need to know how to read.
At a restaurant.
Floyd Mayweather don't read that shit.
You at a restaurant. Like, it's mad shit you gotta read.
You saying that, you just gotta know what you like.
You know what I want.
You ain't gotta read the restaurant. You can just say, what is this, a steak joint? I want steak, nigga. What y'all steak come with?
So, you got this lady, like, she literally, like, up in the windshield driving. Like, why are you even driving? If your head gotta be that close to the windshield, like, man, call a Lyft. Call an Uber. But Juelz Santana, I came across this on Facebook, and Worldstar had reposted it. Said that kids really don't need to know how to read. Common sense and math is pretty much all kids need to learn how to do. And I looked at a study, a guy, I think it was from like 2015 or 18, in Detroit, Wayne State. It's a commuter college in Detroit. And it says that, you know, they guesstimate 47+% of people in Detroit are illiterate. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I be asking myself, how do these people pass these driving tests? Now, the foreign people, they give them driver's license a lot of time. They just give it to them. That's why you see so many of them dudes on the road, or women, and they can't drive. But what he said was ignorant. You do need to know how to read. I remember I was talking to one of the guys I used to work with some years ago. He was like, well, people don't really need to know how to read a clock anymore. Kid, I'm like, okay. I say, yes, they do. Yes, they do. So I think his name is the Poor Man's Podcast. Shout out to Dog. HBO Help a Brother Out special. Yeah, Help a Brother Out, hit the like button, right? Share. So he did a video last week, and they asked kids, what is a quarter, like, I think it was like, what's a quarter past, like, 1? I'm paraphrasing. You know, everybody said, damn near everybody said 25, 125. Everybody said basically 125, 20, whatever the whole number was, 12, 1, 5 o'clock. They said 25. Like, what are you talking about? How is it 4 quarters and 60 minutes? It's 15. It's 1:15, 12:15, 5:15. You know what I'm saying? And these were college students. Come on. These were college students that were saying this. You know, third planet from the sun, nobody knew. I think name 3 countries, people were saying Africa. You can't make this shit up. You do need to learn how to read. Oh, and his thing, and you'll hear the clip, his thing was, well, you just need to know how to speed past a Tesla. You just need to know how to, you can put it in AI, and you can put it in an audio book, and you can, like, that was his way of, you know, finding a way around a problem. We got to find our way through problems with solutions. We got to run through the problems, solution based. So I find that funny, where a lot of these guys are basically saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, or he's saying, and another guy was agreeing, yes, you need to know how to read. Like Juelz Santana, don't you write raps? Don't you have to write lyrics, make shit rhyme? You know, LL Cool J said that, you know, he used to read like dictionaries and shit to learn how to, you know, for new words to expand his vocabulary. That's what he said. So they was like, what about reading your contract? He said, well, I could just put that in AI. And, you know what I'm saying? This is who people look up to. This is why them kids in Chicago put the Beats by Dre on that pregnant lady and her son and her daughter. This is why. They are influenced by, you know, at one point they was just influenced by hoopers, basketball stars, hockey stars, rappers, singers. You know, now you have, you know, social media stars they're influenced by. They'd rather watch them live their life, them play the game, than be in the game and play the game. Watch them bag a baddie instead of going outside, getting off the porch and bagging the baddie. You absolutely need to learn how to read. You know what I'm saying? What if you're watching a movie with subtitles? You can't put that shit in AI. How do you comprehend information with somebody else reading it to you? Because if you can't read, 9 times out of 10, you really don't even know the true meaning of words. And these are the people that people look up to. These are the ignorant people that people look up to. It is sad. It is sad. Damn, he got pulled over. He got a fucking Durango RT or Hemi. But it's sad. It's sad, man. You should know how to read so you can comprehend. He said, well, yeah, I'd rather somebody had common sense and be able to read the room and do it like I said before. Like, that's cool and all. Because some people are kind of like, you know, I don't know if you would call it what you would call it, but they lack the ability to read rooms and read people and read body language and stuff. And I forget what they call it because Chris Rock said the same thing. He said that they diagnosed him with something when Will Smith slapped him when he couldn't read a situation. I forget what it was called. But you absolutely need to learn how to read. You absolutely, because how do you comprehend? How do you know the meaning of things? You know what I'm saying? You know, real talk, that's very imperative that you know that so you can obtain knowledge. You can't obtain knowledge if you can't read. Even if you can read the room, a dude can still fool you. You still gonna need somebody to read. So why do I need to depend on AI to read when I can do it myself? You know what I'm saying? All you need is math and reading. And how much math do you really need? Let's talk about that. If you ain't going to be a fucking mathematician, as long as you know how to add, subtract, divide, multiply, and most of those things, you good. It's not even fraction. When the last time a nigga seen a fraction? Maybe percentages too. In the real world, when the last time you used a fraction? Real talk. Maybe if you a cook, 1/4, 1/2, 1 whole, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But the average person that go to work, even when you work the cashier now, you know, all you hit the buttons and they do all the adding and subtracting for you. Most of them dispensers even give you the change back. So you ain't got to worry about counting pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters and shit. You feel me? But this is the ignorant shit. And this is, you know, kids tend to gravitate to the most ignorant message. You ever seen a baby and you might say one bad word around the baby and all of a sudden the baby just gonna keep repeating that one bad word? You said 1,000 good words in a row and you say the one bad word or the one bad word the baby hear, and it repeats. It's the same thing with the retention rate amongst the youth. It is. And it's sad that you have elders say, oh, you don't need to know. Yes, you do. And that's why when they get to these state tests, when you test for jobs, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Yeah, I've done videos on this before about the 3 people. One was a teacher, you know, he was a Brad. And one was Hispanic and the other one was anonymous. One was up in Connecticut. She went to UConn. She was a honor student. I think damn near maybe a valedictorian. And they found out she got to UConn, she couldn't read. So they was like, oh, we want to help her situate. No, in reality, she should be kicked the fuck out. But she was an immigrant. Her mother was an immigrant. In reality, she should be kicked the fuck out. It was another guy or another person, they was anonymous down in Tennessee, 3.5, 3.6. You know, he didn't know how to read. He was suing the school board or suing the state or something like that because he didn't know how to read, but he had a 3.5, 3.6. Ultimately, it comes a time when you have to test, especially if you want a job of substance. Even when you talk about plumbing, you talk about baking and cooking and You have to be able to read. A lawyer, a secretary. Well, no matter what you do, but these are the messages that these drunk unks put out. Want to know why the rap game is so bad? These are your elders now. Oh, just evolve with this shit, man. If you don't evolve with this music, you just part of the, nah, fuck that. Shit trash. But hey, hit the link in the description. Check out the Real 101 playlist. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Join the Patreon, everything inside the link tree. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Let me know what y'all think. Peace.